we're wrapping up the end of the first full day. Thanks to our friends at Cars Commerce for sponsoring today's footage. A couple great things are happening right now. Number one, our feet are fine, mostly.
I'm halfway okay.
You can hear our voices nice and clear.
I know.
And number three, this has been probably the largest, best turnout I've seen. They haven't said it yet, but I'm going to put a receipt out there. I bet it's going to be record turnout.
I think it's going to be record turnout after last year, and then the weather out here is amazing. I think the fact that it's a weekday.
I haven't been outside in a day.
I heard a couple people talk about the fact that they were able to bring more of their team because it's a weekday. They didn't have to sacrifice their team coming on a weekend. We hold multiple partners saying they've been able to interact with more dealers, tell about their product than they ever have in their history, sign deals. I mean, business happening is good for our business.
We had one vendor tell us they closed more business so far, and this was before noon, than they did at the previous NADA.
No, at all NADAs ever.
Okay, that's even more impressive since there was an ice storm last. So
right,
and it's not a small booth.
It's not a small booth. So it's really encouraging for me because it tells me, it's a signal that our industry is excited about this year. That the dealers, the industry partners are all bullish about the potential for profit, customer acquisition, leaning into customer employee experience. That's the good news. We've got.
Speaking of someone who is doing, can we do segue? Speaking of someone who's leaning into customer experience. Nathan saying.
Segue.
Speaking of people who are leaning into experience.
Got it. Come on, what's up? This is Joel hanging out. He's at Eastern's Automotive. If you don't know what Eastern's is doing, they're crushing the game. But they've done used cars and now in new cars, a bit dipping their toe in that. Joel, thanks for joining.
It's pretty much the same game, right?
So glad to be here.
Same game.
Completely different businesses, not even remotely related. It's amazing.
Are you over the shock of that now?
Yeah, I think we're adjusting ourselves to the pace of it. It's hard to explain unless you've experienced both sides of it. But the new car business is a completely different business than a solely focused independent. We've definitely learned that the hard way and learned a lot from it. And we're actually bringing kind of learnings both ways now.
I don't know that there's an easy way to learn that.
No.
So you just learned it the way you have to learn it.
It's just like testing software. You can demo it. You can use a Figma setup, but you just need to launch it and figure it out.
Okay, let's talk about that software. New tech tools. You're one of those people that is always on the new thing and you're willing to try it. What are you trying right now?
Right now we're trying a lot. I mean, I think my goal for this NADA has been less about trying new stuff and more consolidation. Like consolidation is that story of the automotive business, generally speaking. Mm-hmm. But I think the sauce fatigue is real. Like plugins and plugins and plugins, and simplifying your stack and making sure tools are talking to each other is a necessity to move forward. And that's been our focus here. So we're part of some exciting beta tests with CDK and a new F&I product they're launching. And I think it's okay that I'm talking about that. And it's coming soon, and I think it's going to be great for us and a lot of other dealers. And there's a million other examples like that. Some I can't talk about.
Oh, that's fine. What are some of the things that you're looking to see at the show? Because it's a great place to look at new stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have anything in targeted, or are you just kind of wandering and seeing what's interesting?
It's a little bit of both, I'd say. I always kind of joke, and if you're discovering something new here, there's probably a lot of other things a little bit squishy about other things you're doing.
Yes.
That being said, again, this is a relationship building. There's no other place where you can walk from one vendor to another with something you just learned, challenge them, grow, set up these large goals, especially if you're part of a group that consolidates everything, and that's our focus whenever we're here.
When one of the things that we've been so fortunate to have an intimate relationship with is your intention on building brand. Yeah. It's not just building technology, but you're building brand deeply into your community ecosystem. There are dealers, there's different lines of opinion, right? Keep it centrally focused to a single rooftop. Obviously, that's a little bit tougher with new car franchises. But what have been the successes from building a brand that is adopted across all of your locations?
Well, to me, I think the car dealership space is we're unique. We're one of the only businesses that's still truly local in a lot of ways. Even though there's more consolidation with larger groups, we're still a part of the fabric of our community, and that need to establish that brand frankly avoids the idea of you becoming a commodity seller. And if you're just a commodity seller, then it's all about price, and we all know what that results in with margin compression and the race to the bottom. So building a brand to me is a necessary investment to avoid that pitfall and continue to grow you and your group and your people and your community all at the same time.
Okay, so I think a lot of people who are here have a feeling that they're falling behind because technology is moving so fast, right? They won't show it, but I think there is some internal panic over, I can't make sense of what's going on. I don't know what to focus on first. Everyone's product maybe looks a little bit the same. If you are talking to a dealer that has that mentality, you don't have that fear because you're very tech forward. What are you telling that dealer to focus on first?
Well, I mean, I would say I definitely have that fear, just by the way.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is kind of like a Bane situation, like you were born in the darkness, like kind of thing, and like you adjusted to it. Like you have
Like
to be
that
willing to break
illustration.
stuff and go for it. But no, I completely agree with that. I've actually had multiple dealers come up to me and talk about that, and we feel the same way. I think that's kind of healthy, honestly. You know, like Todd Caputo would always say, mediocrity is the enemy, right? So you just have to be willing to try stuff. I think the key thing with dealers who are feeling that overwhelming, let's call it dread about just I'm so behind on so many
that's a good
factors,
word.
just picking one thing and focusing it and finishing that through. Because like we've been guilty of it many times in our history of just we have too many projects going on and you lose track of what's important. So focusing on that kind of disc thing, and does it sell cars first, and then chipping away at one project.
What do
at a
you
time.
think is the lowest hanging fruit in most dealerships?
It's hard not to say it's always service if you're a franchise space. There's just always more money to be made there. Like whether it's ELR, like just focus on ELR, if it's focused on appraisals, there's always opportunity there. And if you get your absorption rate over everything else, you can have a lot of fun selling cars if you're not worried about making money.
Hey, look, me and absorption rate and service penetration is like, it's like speaking my heart language. I got the most important question for you. It's going to be the hardest one.
I know
Probably
what he's gonna
not.
ask.
What are you doing tonight? What's the party? What's dinner? What are you dialing in?
Oh Lord, I full dance card tonight. I was talking with Brian Kramer earlier. And if you're not quadruple booked, like you're not doing NADA, right? So I've got 3 parties at least tonight, and then some meetings after it. I mean, it just you don't sleep. You just keep going and keep growing your business and growing your community. So
There you go.
That's awesome. Joel, thanks for hanging out with us. Great to see you as always. Yeah. Hey, we're sending it out tonight. We'll bring you the same exact vibe tomorrow. You can follow our socials, More Than Cars, So Do. We're bringing you more than just the video, the content, the stories, the things that are happening on the floor. If you are here, come by, say hi. We're roaming the floors. We'll be in the North Hall a ton on tomorrow. We're hitting some parties.
And if you're here Friday, I know some people are.
If we're here
but
Friday, good.
at 10 a.m. at the NADA live stage, we are going to premiere some footage from all 3 episodes of the next season of The Truth About Car Dealers, our docu-series. So join us at the little community meetup. We'll take a great selfie, and you get to see some new footage before everybody else. So that's it. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.
Where's the massage chairs?
Let's go this way.